Hey there, thanks for watching. Today is Tuesday, June 14th, and this is it's going to be released at the time of the live, but it's not going to be a live stream because I kept getting interrupted when I was live streaming here in this location, and this is just a little bit easier, so I will miss interacting with you, but I say hello to everyone watching. Thank you so much for watching. The purpose of this live stream video that is pre-recorded is to check in on our goals and to make sure that we're taking daily incremental steps toward financial independence. All right, so I'm coming to you from Emerald Isle, North Carolina. I lied. It's from Swansboro, North Carolina, which is on the Crystal Coast is what they call it. I'm here with my family taking kind of a midsummer break, still working, still checking in here, so it's not technically a vacation. I'm just hanging out with family. So a couple things to keep you updated on. We had an Airbnb snafu that was very interesting, and because my sister made the booking, she's dealing with it, but I'm kind of hearing a lot of what she's talking about secondhand. So it's kind of an interesting exercise because I try to see both sides of it. I have people that have listings on Airbnb. I have friends that have listings on Airbnb, and I'm watching people's progress on Airbnb, and just coming from the other side as someone who's staying at an, or who was supposed to stay at an Airbnb, I see that side as well, and I can see kind of the many variables to both sides. So my sister had reserved this Airbnb in North Carolina, and the name of it, it was located on Marsh Cove Road, and it was in obviously based on the name, it was in a marshy area, and the issue was that we found water bugs heavily throughout the house, and they were aggressive and they were fast and there were a lot of them. And anytime you find bugs or critters or pests in a property, it just makes your skin crawl. And they were in the bathroom, in the kitchen, and it's a kind of thing where once you see, let's say, more than 5 in the span of time, you get nervous. So my sister had arrived at 5 and the sun was out. She didn't see anything. They settled in, they went grocery shopping, they came back, and after dark, the bugs started coming out, and it was nerve-wracking for her. So by the time we arrived at about 11:30, they had packed up and were decided to move. So at 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock, we made the decision. All of the adults agreed. My husband, who travels very frequently for business, was like, you can't stay here, because you see them in the bathroom and it's like they're going to be in bed with you. So even mentally, you just can't think about that. And there were also sort of other ancillary issues. The sheets weren't clean. There was dust. There was hair. And any of those, fine, we understand hair can get anywhere. Dust, fine. Sheets being kind of off color or just stained, like old sheets. Any of those things, you're like, okay, you can overlook it. But on top of the bugs, it was too much. So we left. We checked into a Hampton Inn. Thankfully, they had room for 3 rooms, and that's where we've been ever since. Now my sister's in the process of trying to get refunded. Ideally, but I mean, I would say the only acceptable scenario is that she's refunded 100% of what she paid, because we stayed 0 nights. We stayed at the property 0 nights due to pests, and we are having to pay for 3 rooms at a hotel because we stayed at the property 0 nights. And so far she's only received half of the reimbursement, so hoping the other half is on the way. She contacted both the host and Airbnb. The host's answer 6 hours after receiving my sister's message. After we checked into the hotel, she sent her a message 9 in the morning and didn't receive a response till 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's like, oh, I just saw this. Sorry about that. I'll contact her. No, sorry about that. It was like, oh yeah, I saw the bugs. When it's raining, we get bugs. I'll contact Airbnb. Really? So my sister did reach out to the host first, and then she's like, oh, forget it, and then went through Airbnb directly. Because if I were a host and that had happened at one of my properties, it would have been immediately, I'm so sorry, I will refund you. Because that's kind of what I do on eBay. No matter how trivial or whatever the complaint, and I've been very fortunate on eBay that I haven't received any kind of petty complaints. But no matter what, it's like, I'm sorry, I'll refund you. And I know there are different scales, but I mean, this is pretty much, I'm gonna say our vacation was ruined, but our vacation was very much different than we anticipated. So that's kind of in progress, more to come on that. On the one hand, I feel for a host that just lost a week of booking, but on the other hand, it's like, this is a problem, take care of it, like exterminate. So, and she stated there, it's in the listing. She said she stated in the listing, there will be critters. Let's keep the critters outside. And I'm like, yeah, we would have liked them to be outside, but they weren't. They were all over your house. So, I mean, that was just, oh, it was awful. It was not good. So ideally the only acceptable resolution in my mind is that my sister pays $0 for that Airbnb. Like maybe a $25 booking fee, fine, okay. Or even if that, I wouldn't even say. But so that's kind of what we're dealing with. And this relates kind of directly to financial independence, because I know that there are, I do have friends that have Airbnbs on, and I know more people who have lost money being a host on Airbnb than have made money. So I see all these Instagram posts where people are, making bank on Airbnb, and I think good for you. I just feel like, as with all real estate deals, there's always, because Airbnb is real estate, there are always, what's the word that I'm looking for? There are always issues. There are always the risk factors involved, always, in everything. So getting back to financial independence, to be honest, we've been trying to spend family time together, which has been great. In 2 weeks, so after we go home for Father's Day, we're going to spend some time down in Delaware with my husband's dad. And then I have taken a week off from work the end of June, and looking forward to some real time off and really making the most of that. Which, no plans. I mean, money is tight all around for all of us, and we're just gonna probably stay local, not get on a plane anywhere, which is sad, but oh well. Just hoping to take the time to refresh and reset. So that's been really great. We went to a Greek restaurant yesterday with my sister and her family. We've just been hanging out and enjoying each other, which has been lovely. And I feel like, again, this is worth it. It's worth everything that we're spending at the hotel and in food, and gas to get here, and car rental. Poor guy. So there have been a lot of expenses, but this is just life. So what am I continuing to do? I'm continuing to track my income, which is just out of necessity, but just being mindful of what I got coming in and what's going out. So that's what we have for today. That's what I'm working on as far as sorry guys, I got distracted by stuff in my book. I don't know. Okay, so fun times ahead. We will sorry, it's a lot of changes on the horizon. And that's just where we are. I looked down actually at my some health indicators, and I'm like, oh really, am I really there? Anyway, it's where we are. Okay guys, so that's the other thing is health and working out. I am actually off to go work out now. It's been lovely at the hotel to have breakfast and a fitness center and an outdoor pool, which we've been taking full advantage of, which is lovely. So that is where we are for today in this financial independence pre-recorded live stream. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. If you're listening, obviously you'll be listening on the replay. So hello, and thank you so much for listening. What's new with you? I hope that you're taking those incremental steps toward a better financial future for yourself and the people you love. All right, thanks guys. Take care. Bye.